Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another live edition of Dom Sicali Mafia Roundtable. Hope everybody's having a great day. That's right, folks. We're in a hotel room. Uh-oh. Where is Dom now? Dum, 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 dum. Yes, folks, we have a lot of filming to do these next few days. So stay tuned. We got some really good content, some good ideas getting ready to come out. Just want to thank everybody for supporting, coming out. And if you're here for the first time, coming onto the channel, get off, go somewhere else. Nah, thank you for coming on. Hope you enjoy the show. Let's do our famous hello to everybody. Francisco, Big Arms, what's going on? Raphael, Lewis, who else we have? John, Cynthia, as always. Giles, Tina, good to see you, Tina. Anthony, Michael, good to see you. We have quite a few Anthony's on here, folks. Let's scroll down as we go. Who else do we have? Cynthia says, Cynthia says, Nancy, I don't think he has someone with him today. You never know with Dom. He's full of surprises. Oh, yes, I is. Yes, I is, folks. I'm full of surprises. Oh, my God. Nancy, good to see you. Who else do we have? All-Star in the house. Miss Tessa Jane, good to see you. First time on the show? Tracy Dawn, hello. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. SP, what's going on? We have Bronx Bull in the house. What do you mean, hey, Cynthia? What about hey, Dom? What's up? Nah. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, Tessa James, first time. Well, congratulations. Thank you for coming on, Tessa. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the show. Today, we're going to talk about the Epstein files because you know what? The Mafia code of OMERTA, done. No more. It's far few in between. It's just different era, different time, different day. So we'll go into this. Christian, we got a lot of new people coming on. I like that. So thank you for coming on. Danny, too. Joe Caff. Good to see you. Who else do we have? Joe Wolf. We got a lot of people. I like it. Pat, what's up? What's going on? Anyway, these Epstein files, folks. Epstein files. You know what bothers me most of all? People are so what's the word? When it hurts them, they don't want things out there. They want to cover things up. Not the public should know. It should be available to the public. Just like what's her name? Who's doing 20 years? Epstein's girlfriend. All that should be released to the public. It should be released. It should be public information. Epstein files. It wasn't like the JFK assassination. Okay, that you could see. Maybe national security. They don't want to show it. But at this point, the Epstein files should be released. I did hear Trump say one time, though, there are some high-profile names in there, and people will frown upon it, seeing their names associated with Epstein. So be it. So be it. They need to be released. It should be released, and that's it. So what? You could be associated with somebody. There was people that were associated with me. They weren't criminals. People associated with John Gotti, they weren't criminals. They didn't frown upon them. That was their friends. Even Trump in pictures with Joey Molino. So what's the big deal? What's the big deal? So what? He came to your wedding. So what? You were his friend. Big deal. If you didn't engage in anything, there's, but the public does have a right to know. And you know what I find most disturbing? Elon Musk. Elon Musk. He's basically the whistleblower that blew this all out back out of the water. So everything was status quo until Musk mentioned it. Think about it. It was quiet. There was no stir up. There was no controversy. Nobody was asking for anything publicly outright until Musk whistle blew. So, and I'm sure. I was surprised today, and I told Maddie yesterday. I said, because Elon Musk, he had his earnings report out today. So, and we all knew, well, I knew, I suspected it was going to go down the stock, which it did, just because he's not meeting numbers. I mean, there's competitors that are outpacing Tesla. I said, now this is the time, because, and I'm sure Trump is upset with Musk with this, extremely upset. So the way I'm looking at it is, I bet you that Trump says something derogatory with Elon to really tank his stock, but it didn't happen. Not that I know. I was traveling all day, folks. Just got to the hotel, all day traveling, um, and I that came here, logged in. Here I am. I had 15 minutes to prepare for the show, but yeah, no, I definitely think it should be released. It should be out there to the public. We have a right to know. We definitely have a right to know. Now, like Pat says right now, JFK aliens, Cuba, Black Ops, all that, yeah, that should stay. That, you can understand those things, but these Epstein files, they should come out. And he also, Pat goes on to say, that's our government. Welcome to the greatest country on earth. Well, this is the greatest country on earth, but the sad part is, they're showing more and more stuff that, and I'm going to say, it seems like Trump was friends with him, but there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything. I like nipping things in the butt, going head on, straightforward. And I think that I just feel by him sidestepping, you can't sidestep anything nowadays. He has to hit it straight on. So, I think Trump really needs just to say, yes, I liked the guy. We went out a few times. He came to my wedding, and I wasn't with whatever he did afterwards. That was on him. And just be straightforward. But, everybody's different. Everybody sees things differently. But I'm the type, I like nipping something in the butt, going straight forward at it. This way it stops all that BS talk. So that's just the way I am. And what Elon Musk did was dirty. That was dirty, folks. To blast them like that, over because, whatever the case may be, the going back and forth, it just wasn't right. Wasn't a good look for him. Absolutely wasn't. So that's my 2 cents on it. Mafia is the same way. There's no more code. There's no more ethic. There's no more honesty, loyalty. It's all over the place. It really is. It's disgusting. Even the real world, being a civilian, and what Robert De Niro said in the movie Bronx Tale, he's right. The working man is the tough guy. Because now that I'm a civilian, I see things differently. So many people, like, you go to business, you're dealing with legitimate people. And here's where I'm having major headaches, problems. I'm legitimate. I'm a civilian now. And dealing with these people, they push you. They push you. One person I told today, I'm like, why are you provoking me? Why are you pushing my button? For what reason? What reason? You keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. Please stop. I'm begging the guy, please stop. And yet he's still pushing. And here's where it's even more difficult for somebody like me, because when I was in the life, if somebody was getting under my skin, I would look at them, stop, enough. That's it. They would stop. It was over with. If this was my past life, it would be off the chart. It would be off the chart. And this is where I ask God for strength when I talk. And this is for all you people out there, a lesson from what I'm giving you, what I'm sharing. And I ask and I say, please just give me the strength. Give me the strength. And then I think, okay, don't stress the things you can't change the things you can. I keep on saying that. Then I'm thinking, Don't stress the things you can't change, but I can change this. I could chop them up, put them into pieces. And I'm like, nah, I can't go back that way. But oh my God, it's just continuous, off the chart. So, and it's tough. It's tough. It's really tough at this point. But you keep on going, you keep on moving forward. Um, it's just amazing. It's really, it's amazing what people think. And I asked one person, I sat him down the other day because it was just, I said, let me ask you something. Do you think I'm capable of doing harm to someone? He looked at me, he's like, obviously, yes. And he smiled. I said, why would you push me? Why would you continuously push me? This is somebody like, and he looks at me, good point. But why? Like they just, I don't understand it. Do I seem like a sucker? Do I like, it's just mind boggling. Mind, because I know in the life, maybe because when you're dealing with street people, it's different. But when I dealt with legitimate people, maybe New Yorkers were different dealing with legitimate people in New York. I don't know. I really don't know. Or it's just maybe times have changed because I am talking about since 2002, 2003, went back then. I would say 2004, over 21 years ago. So maybe that's what it is. The times have changed and people just get more complacent. They think they can do whatever they want, screw you over left and right. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. But folks, we're here together. Thank you for all the support always. I'm going to be getting to some emails. Uh, I know I have a lot to do with that, but we're working on it, getting everything situated. Like I said, we'll be shooting for 3 days straight. So I'll be dedicated to that. I'll try to do another live tomorrow. If not, then what's today? Thursday, Friday, then maybe Saturday I'll come on. But like I said, we have a lot of filming to do. I have the filming crew with me. Um, we're doing a lot right now. We're doing a lot. And it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work. We're gearing up even with OCN, doing a lot of content for OCN as well to put out there. So let's answer some questions. And then Donna says, Dom, they know your past and want to see you react. Yeah, they do, but I don't think they really want to see me react. That's one thing. That's for sure. Brown Snake, Dom C. I'm not a gangster, but don't push me. Revenge is the sweetest pleasure next to getting OCN. Well, thank you for that. And you know what? Maybe it's just giving me more testing me to react like a human being instead of a mobster or a gangster. And I've been tested for these past, I'm home since 2013. A guy screwed me over right from the rip. He paid me my money though, but I was buying an insurance company, gave him a deposit, and 2 days later he told me, "Oh, Dom, I can't sell it to you. I'm selling it to this other guy," and that was for like $10,000 more. And then at the end of the day, the guy screwed him over. But it's just unbelievable. Bronx Bull says, "I'm proud I changed my life around, and now a working sucker. But I can go to bed knowing I'm breaking my back for a good reason in future." Absolutely, Bronx Bull. You know what bothers me though is just the fact, like, why are people? I'm good to people. I try to do the right thing by people, and yet they still test me. They still go at it, and that's what gets frustrating. But at the end of the day, I guess we're all tested in certain ways, and this is my test maybe it keeps me grounded, makes me think. I don't know. I don't know, but I take it day by day and I try to not be as explosive. And in the past, I really wasn't that explosive because I had the violence behind me. I know what I was going to do. Now it's just bottled up and I just try to let it out in a different way. But it's hard. It's hard. We have Pat say, interesting advice, Sam. No any public trading institutions. Guile says, my father raised me the way Bronx Bull gave my father hell. I wish I could go back. I wish I could go back too, but you know what? We can't. We have to make the best of it and do what we have to do. Nancy Nicole says, question for Dom about Epstein. Were you in MCC? Do you know anything about the cops who was in his cell? Do you think he unlived himself? Um, I don't think he killed himself. I don't think so. Um, there's too many coincidental things that happened. Videotape malfunction. First, they said, if I'm correct, it wasn't working, but there's a minute and a half, 2 minute gap that went blank. Doesn't make sense. That doesn't happen. Funny how it happened that night. And they have two cops in segregation, especially if you're on a terrorist watch. Listen, folks, here's what they do in the federal prison system, and I've been all over the country, even in general population, they have, say if they do the lockdown 10 o'clock, once midnight comes around, they'll lock you down at 10 o'clock. They do a 10 o'clock count that usually clears by 10:30, 10:45. Before that cop leaves, the shift changes at 12 p.m. The two cops walk around, they do a count at 12 p.m. After that, every hour on the hour, there's a count. They have to count everybody. They do the count. When you're in segregation, same thing. They do a count. You have to call in the count every hour. So I don't understand how. How? It's impossible. It's impossible. Especially segregation. It's every hour. You have two cops. They have to do the count. Even if there's one cop in segregation, the rotating cop who collects all the count slips, when he goes up there, and I'm not sure with General Pie, I might be mistaken. There might have been, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I'm pretty sure it's every hour. It's every hour they count. I know segregation, definitely it's every hour. They have to make sure everybody's in their racks, and they're supposed to see skin. You know how many nights I would be laying there, and you hear them coming with the keys. They see you. They see a big bulge in the bed, but they're not looking at skin. So sometimes you have these asshole officers. They'll bang on the door. I wouldn't move. And I would tell my bunkie, don't move. Like I whispered that, do not move and don't look up. And banging. Wouldn't move. Some cops would say they're 10 minutes. I wouldn't move. I'm going to get the key. And I'm laughing. I'm sleeping. I would wake up. Oh, I didn't hear it. I was sleeping. I was out cold. Oh, my bad. Oh, my God. Because they don't see skin. So, and then some cops, and these are the cops too. Some of them be spiteful. They see skin and they still bang just to mess with you. But, you just have them like that. But as far as Epstein, I think there was foul play there. Definitely. They didn't want him to go to trial. That's for sure. Too much would have been exposed in the public eye. And there was a lot of people. A lot of people went to Epstein Island. A lot of people, a lot of celebrities, politicians. Not a good look. Not a good look. But what can you do? There's nothing you can do about it. That's another cover-up. But I think everything should definitely be released. Should definitely. It's not an urgent thing for national security or anything. Brown Snake says, times have changed, but if the internet was as widely dismantled, diminished in the 90s, there would be just as many trolls screwing with people behind the screen. Yeah, Howard Stern prank calling people. Yeah, versions of Howard Stern. It's just a different era nowadays. Camilla says they're all perverts. You know what? You're probably right. There's a lot out there. There's a lot of disgusting people out there. As an older man now, in my older age, you see, but even these young girls now, the way they're dressing provocatively, it's disgusting. It really is. It's not disgusting to look at, meaning like their bodies, their figures, they're very attractive, alluring. But I look at them like they're babies. They're babies. Why? Why? It's just really, it's sick. It's people are sick. They're definitely sick. Like grow up, move on. Like for you to even like, what do you have in common? Even if I wasn't married right now, if I'm single, listen, to be with somebody in their 30s, it's just, what do you have in common with them? I'm 58. What would I have in common? What? He. Like that. You want? I know I would want somebody that stimulates the mind a little bit. Yeah, attractive. You want that, of course, but to have somebody young, to have just a trophy girl or just somebody there for the money, nah. I've been there, done that, and look where it's got me my whole life. Every time I went to jail, they all leave. So, and none of them were trophy wives or girlfriends. That's for sure. So, I'll probably get a lot of feedback on that one, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And then the trophy ones, like the loose Whitneys of the world that I did have, that were, I mean, drop dead gorgeous. They still, and she last letter I got from her when I was in MDC Brooklyn, telling me, she called my cousin Matt. She told me, she's like, wrote me a letter, Dom, I'm out in LA. It's been some time. I really loved you, and just all nonsense. I'm like, oh, please go on with that girl. I don't want to hear it. So anyway, Nancy says, Dom, who do you think took Epstein off of the count? I have no idea. I have no idea. So who knows? Who knows? What I would do though, folks, I would check the cameras downstairs in the front lobby, see who entered the building, if anybody entered the building, because they have the entranceway where everybody comes in and out. I would check all those cameras, the elevator cameras. You have cameras in the elevator going up. Everything's cameraed. I would check it. I wouldn't just check segregation or just the door that goes into segregation. I would check who entered the building that whole day. That whole day, scan everybody. And that's it. And scan everybody who left. And you'll see if there's somebody who shouldn't have been there that was let in, or, you'll just see. That's what I would do. Susan says, I'm Brooklyn and the Bronx. Double trouble. Oh, yes, you are. You're Crooklyn and the Bronx. That's what I call Brooklyn. Crooklyn. Christian, Elon Musk still owes me $100 for signing the petition. I need that 100 so I can buy more OCN. LOL. That's it, people. Hit Elon Musk up. Tell him to buy OCN. Big Arm says, Big Dom, who would you say is the most powerful made guy on the streets right now? I would say Big Ernie. I would say Big Ernie by far. He's the last Don. He's the last of the Mohegans, without a doubt. Big Ernie. After him, there's nobody else there, really. All newcomers. Nobody impresses me, really. But I would say he's the last. He's the last. And it's not what it was. Not what it was. Charles Taylor, Dom, are you going to do a video about the 3 civil rights workers who went missing and Greg Scarpa got involved? No, I don't think so. Not right now. I might, but not right now. Pat says, Dom, they have that all covered. Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Simon says, E.G. Vocker. Yes, folks, E.G. Vocker. Wait till you hear this story what these lowlifes did. I mean, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm really festering over this. Maybe that's why my ulcers are coming back. But really disgusting what they did. So, but I'm going to expose them all, every one of them. We're going to bring light to it. And we'll see at the end of the day. We'll see at the end of the day what happens with this hearing, with this trial that's coming up. We'll see. But I'm going at them hard. Hopefully, at the end of the day, we could prove, and then I would love to prosecute. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, though. Pat says, Dom, any progress on your clemency attempts? No, I'm still waiting for the lawyers. And then when I blow up after 5 days of not getting a response, then I'm wrong. So, but still waiting. So hopefully I'll give them a call now. So we'll see. CJ says Pam Bondi and Kesh Patel should both resign over the Epstein list. I agree with that. I agree. So listen, things I heard about Pam Bondi, she's dirty. But what can you do? They're everybody nowadays. This is so different. It's not even funny. That's all they talk about and them flip as soon as they get in. Yes, they do. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right about that. All Star says, "Where are you, All Star? You just skipped on me. I just lost you." Well, we'll go. Oh, All Star Dom today. Today I turned to Big Dom. I thought out 2 salesmen today at the family business. They don't understand. Not interested. I have no idea what the hell you said, All Star. All Star, you're drinking EG, right? I know it. Giles, Dom. Know where they are weak sports with no cam. They look the other way. Oh, with no cameras, they look the other way. You spend too much time in the pen. I know you know jail politics. Absolutely. Let's see. Francisco was good. 2 questions answered. Trump is on the list. Listen, even if Trump is there, so what? Like, what's the big deal? You were friends with the guy. The guy was at your wedding. That's, it's no big deal. No big deal. You can't babysit everybody just because somebody comes out that they're a lowlife. Doesn't make you one. So I just don't understand it. Bring it out. Put it out there. Certain WJ8 affiliation and opinion trying to opportunities when we get through to the other side. Some of these people are being used to strengthen your spiritual muscles and to prove that you are changed. Listen, change is difficult. It's hard. You test it every day, but you have to persevere and get through it. That's all it comes to at the end of the day. Craig says Pam Bondi and Susie Wiseman own the biggest consulting company now since Bondi got her position, and the biggest client is Pfizer. That's not okay. Well, listen, I agree. That is not okay, but it happens. Nancy Nicole says, Dominic, Offense for Clemency of Florida said it can take 1 to 7 years to review an application for clemency. Listen, just put it in and we go for it. And that's it. But we'll keep on fighting. But it should be easy because I'm just looking to get my voting rights back. I'm not asking for a firearm. So it should be a lot less. I looked at it, it was about 6 to 8 months. Just for my voting rights. I get my voting rights and I can run for governor, without a doubt. And then I'm going to bring up the fact, look at Trump. He's a convicted felon and he ran for president. So why can't I run for governor? Dom, what do you think about Al Diaco? I never met Al, so I can't comment. Did what he had to do, and that was it. So I never met the man, though. Who else we have? Lewis says, Big Dom, you are inspiring me to work harder and stay in shape. Kidney disease, blood contamination. Thank you, brother. Great man. Listen, stay focused, stay dedicated. You know what it is? Listen, especially when you have ailments with your body, if you're not doing nothing, just like, all right, look at a pond. If you have a big pond that's stagnant, what happens after a month? What happens? The water starts smelling, bacteria is growing. But if you have that same pond and there's constant movement, the water's moving, circulating, After a month, what happens? Nothing. There's no smell. It's not stagnant. You don't see bacteria growing because there's movement, there's circulation. Same thing with the body, with the blood. You're laying down in bed all day, not doing anything, just lounging around. Your blood's not moving. It's not being stimulated. You're not raising the heartbeat. You're not producing the flow of blood through the body that's faster. It cleans everything out. Why do you think sometimes, and I feel it too, sometimes I'll lay up for a day, not do anything. I'll get up, oh, my back. Once I start working out or if I'm bike riding, I come back, I feel better. You know why? Because older, you get arthritis. But once you start working out and the blood's flowing through that area, it's cleaning it, it's lubricating, it's making you move where you feel better. And that's same thing, same scenario. Nate says, hi. Let me see. Hi, mate, chat. Watch from 20,000 subs and love your attitude and who you become. Respect, regard, and ulcers. Check cayenne pepper. Oh, yeah, you really want my ulcer to flip out. One noble for couple. Great work. Well, thank you, Nate. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Pat says, don't underestimate Dom's ambition to run for governor. If no one laughs at your dreams, they aren't big enough. Absolutely, Pat. You're right about that. We got my brother from another mother, German, in the house. Thank you for the contribution. German says, vote for governor. Let's set things straight. German, much love to you, my brother. Much love. Thank you. Thank you. Lee Montoya, a dock slip will rust more than one out at sea. Yes. You know why? Because the water's constantly moving. You're right about that. All-Star says, Trump is 78 years old and still sharp as a whip. Nobody could hold a candle to him. Oh, he's a workaholic. He is a dedicated president. He doesn't stop. That's for sure. Got to give him his kudos with that. Bronx Bull, I work out every day and heavy lifting every other day. I'm going to go back to a little bit heavier weights once my schedule calms down a little bit. But right now, as long as I get things going, I'm good. I'm good. As long as I'm in the gym, I feel good. Craig, Dom, I got to hang with Francis Ford Coppola last night. We watched his new movie, Megalopolis. It was awful, but he was very nice. We had talked about politics, money, time, and Hollywood. It's a dog eat dog biz. Absolutely, Craig. More, definitely. What's that? Lindbergh. What do you think about Russian Dom? I don't know. So, our Cole. 100 for snake bites. Try $850 for a mile ambulance ride to the hospital. Crazy prices. It is. It's definitely crazy prices. Lewis says, Sakali family for life. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you. Kerr, Dom, if you have any construction projects, we can still supply windows, doors, anything with glass, double glaze, triple glaze, all types of solar panels. I'll email you soon. Please do. I have a project coming up in Orlando. I have a piece of property which we're doing many homes on it. So once that takes off, we have a lot of homes we're building. So over a dozen. So Cynthia, Dom, lighter weights, more reps will shed you. I'll train you. I bet you will. You'll train me driving me crazy. That's what you'll do. Nah, Cynthia, I do. I hit light weights. I go medium. Very rarely will I go heavy. So I work out by myself. If I have a partner, when I was working out with somebody, I would go a little bit heavier than usual. It's just peer pressure. So there's some big guys in the gym. There's two that I see every morning. They're both from New York. You could tell they were both street guys when they were younger. One's my age. One of them, I would say in his 40s, big. And we're joking around. I said, I'm going to start working out with you guys. But they go in early. They're in there 5 a.m. They're starting. So I just have to readjust my schedule. But That might be something I'll do. What's that? Michelle Crusher, Dom. What do you think about Louis Katzman? What's that? Louis Kazman calling out scars. I have no idea. I have no idea what happened. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, I don't know what happened, but you're talking about John Gotti's supposed his other child, but I still don't know. What's that? North says, Dom, really check out a cure for ulcers. It is letters related to adjust the biochemistry in the gut. The link as I care and want to help. All right, just hit me up. My email's in the description below. Let me know. Thank you. Folks, I almost 2 years, was it 2 years ago? Not yet, 2 years ago, Christmas time. Was it 2 years? Last Christmas? No, it was the Christmas before. So yeah, 2 Christmases ago, well, everybody knows I almost died. I had bleeding ulcer. Yeah, ambulance came, got me. Maddie went, I told her, just go. She went to Christmas Eve down to her family. And all for 3 days, I thought it was I took the shot for the shingles. So the second part, and I'm reading the symptoms, it's what I have. So it says, you could, in your stool, it could be blood. But I mean, I was diarrhea blood for 3 days. I was on my third day. And I started, every time I would get up, I'm getting dizzy and sweating. As soon as I laid down, all that stopped. So it got to the point I couldn't even walk to the bathroom. Like I called 911. They came and they were going to start me with blood transfusions. And the doctor's like, you look healthy. That's what he said. You look healthy. Let's try it this way. But if your platelets don't go up in the morning, we're going to start blood transfusions. But thank God they did. And that was it. But I was there for almost 7 days in the hospital. David says, did you know the Lucchese guy from YouTube on the streets? I don't know which one you're talking about. Gerald said, seen a picture of Frank DeChico, his dad, Bozy, his mom's sister from the 60s. Okay. What else do we have here? People, hit that like button, please. Hit that like button. Nate says, Cynthia Francisco, my grandfather died of a bleeding ulcer at 82. You know what, Giles? People, Google it. There's a lot of deaths from bleeding ulcers, because you don't realize it. You're bleeding internally. They told me if I would have waited till the next morning, I would have been more than likely dead. I would have bled to death internally. And it's coming out my butt, and you don't realize it. It's all blood. It's just bad. It was bad. Nancy says, Lucchese guy, I think he means, John Panisi. Thank you, Nancy. No, I didn't know John on the street. Never met him. Seems like, listen, he's not a stupid guy, but never met him. I'll leave it at that. Guile says, crazy, Dom. My father has platelets problem too. Well, I had it from, lack of blood in my body. But we're good now. Eric says, let's see a convicted sexual offender friend with an alleged child molester waiting on trial. Nothing wrong with that, Dom. Come on, bro. Listen, how many people did I know? All of a sudden you find out. Listen, I was in jail with a guy, Joe Nazarian, who's out of Boston. Richie Gillis was there, another guy out of Boston. Bunch of Boston guys, all hanging out, eating with us. We're Italians. Joe Rossi was there. Another kid, Anthony Caparelli, was there. We're in Talladega, Alabama. Billy Zarro was there. Big, nice group of Italians, all hanging out. All of a sudden, he sneaks out. I asked the counselor, where is he? He went home. Go look at his room. Lock's still on the locker. We broke it open. Nothing's in there. So I asked the counselor, what was he in for? He was in for child molestation. Went with an underage girl. Young. I'm like, son of a... it happens. So sometimes you just don't know. You don't know. And if you do know, then shame on you. Shame on you. So, but, um, yeah, no, I agree with what you said, but sometimes people don't know. So unless you have solid proof, you can't put labels on people like that. I'm sorry. So Lee says, you remember Bill Chapman from the Bronx? No, I don't. Eric says, respect big times for you, Dom. Even having the courage to talk about this. Salute. Well, thank you. Listen, it's a topic that, like I said, I always keep it real. Tell you my opinion. I'm not always right, but at least you're getting honesty and sincerity out of me, and that's it. So, uh, I'm generally interested in how much you know about the current migrant crisis in the UK, Dom. That I don't know. That I don't know. I could look into it. I could ask around and maybe touch it next time. David says, if you mix with OC, there's always some guys who are dirty. Listen, folks, we had, now you bring it up, Anthony Rubito and Nicky Santoro. At the time, 60s and 70 years old, they were telling me where to go in Manhattan. They said, go to the Lombardi Hotel. You walk in, and low ceiling, nice ambiance, a bar, it's really dark. But you keep on walking to the back. All of a sudden, the room opens up. There's like 20, 30-foot ceilings. Everything is plush, like red plush velvet, big chairs, tables, and you see all hot girls. It was basically Prostitute City. I'm like, how did these old men know about this? So, yeah, I went there. I had a blast. I brought Ace there. I brought Joe Barone there. A lot of people I brought there, and they were like just blown away. And I would just sit down and I would have fun. There was actually a girl that I really, really liked over there. I would call her all the time. She would come. Didn't even pay her. Didn't even pay. Like, it was just from day one. If I have to pay for somebody, that turns me off. That turns me off. It's just not for me. Not for me. But I would have fun. I had fun. I mean, I remember one night I had Liberty Concrete. They're taking me out to AC around Christmas time. They give me an envelope. They're taking me out. They were all going out there. I'm like, guys, where's the girls? Oh, shoot. We actually went, I think the Bagada just opened up. I'm pretty sure it's called the Bagada. We go there. I said, don't worry, I'll do it. So I forgot her name. I call up, hey, sweetie, what you doing? She says, nothing. I said, could you bring your sister? She called her a sister, but she wasn't. It was a girlfriend, hot too. I said, could you come? I'm at the Bagada. I'll send the car to pick you up. How long do you need? She said, 45 minutes. I said, okay. I call up Club. I'm like, hey, Dennis, do me a favor. I need a car to go to this address and bring the girls out to AC. And that's it. They're coming back with us. He said, all right, Dom. I'll have them there in 45 minutes. Has the car. They come in. I'm at the blackjack table. All of a sudden, she comes walking in. When I tell you, everybody in the place is looking. Body ridiculous. She had short black hair. Really, really pretty. Even the guys were like, oh, my God, their jaws were dropping. But always had fun. Always had fun. Always had good time. That's what I miss with the life. Things like that, where you just pick up a phone, things are done like that. And that's what I miss about the life. So Italian Stein says, Richie Gillis is a good man. Boston, Massachusetts, in the house. Good to see Boston. I love Richie Gillis. And here, to show you I know Richie Gillis, one eye, right? One eye. Got shot in his eye, if I recall correctly. And that was back from 1990, I want to say 3, I was with him. 93 and 94. Got shot in the eye, one eye, really good guy, great guy. He actually, folks, here's what happened. See, now you hear a Mafia story. Richie Gillis went home. He actually went home first. Then Joe Nazarian went home. Right away, there was another Boston guy. I went to a different institution. That's right. I went to a different institution, and I grabbed one of the Boston guys. I'm like, do me a favor. I know Richie Gillis is around. They're in the same area. I'm not sure if they were in Charlestown, but I said, Joe Nazarian is there. Here's what Joe is charged with. Don't let him bullshit. The counselor told me, and I had the counselor. Counselor told me his charges. So I mentioned it to him. I got word back about 3 months later. Joe Nazarian got that shit beat out of him. They beat him down, and supposedly they chased him. And that was it. He said, tell Dom here's what happened. Richie Gillis he's a townie, Charlestown, Boston. See? Yep. I like it. We got Bostonians in the house. I love it. Teresa Jane, use it or lose it. Yes, ma'am. Use it or lose it. People, OCN. Okay, updates. You know what? We're working on the program. It's Thursday now. I'll have something out. It'll be on the website. Just wait. Don't worry. We're still doing the match program. Excuse me. Just a little delayed with everything, but it's still doing it. So as long as you buy your coin now, you're good to go. You'll be good to go with the criteria and everything. I have to get with them, see if they posted up yet. And like I said, I was flying all day. So that's about it. Everybody hit that like button. Have a great day. Wish everybody the very best. Much love and respect to everybody. And have a wonderful day. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. If not, live at 5 tomorrow. We'll see you on Saturday, live at 5. But I'll try to make it for tomorrow. Let's see how the day turns out, how we go. Hulk Hogan died. That's what Lee Montoya asked. I have no idea. Thank you, Cynthia. Good night, Big Arms. Wise Guy Lee Montoya. William, good night. David, good night. Gulf. Nancy, good night. 77 The Truth. Craig. Gerald, good night. Francisco, good night. Sam the Man. Tina, good night. John Haas, good night. Donna, good night. Anthony, Michael, good night. All Star, good night. There we go. In the jacket. Yes, Hulk Hogan died. Wow. The Hulkster. Well, may he rest in peace, and deepest condolences to his family. 77 The Truth. Susan, Nate, good night. Much love and respect. And also everybody who came on for the first time, much love and respect to you. Hope you enjoyed the show. We have a lot of good things coming out. We do a lot of different things. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, because this is really a good family we have here. We all stick together. And I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun here too. As you get to know everybody gets to know you. So Brian, good night. SP, good night. People, wish everybody the best. Coach's Corner in the house. Good night. All right, peace out. See everybody tomorrow or Saturday night.